together.
Yes, they love it.
So this is perfect then. Now I'm going to go back to flat Earth because I want to hear about the motive. Until the 1500s, for thousands of years, humans believed the Earth was flat, right? Okay? And then Columbus,
But it wasn't like dumb humans. When you look at the timeline of flat Earth, there was the smartest people on the planet were going back and forth of whether it was flat
so what happened?
or what was.
So what happened? So Columbus
Copernicus.
sailed. They thought Columbus was going to hit. They thought he was going to hit Asia. He hit America. No. That's history. Now that doesn't prove that the Earth is round. I'm not sitting here saying that proves the Earth is round. But ever since then, history changed and people believed the Earth was round, and science changed from that day forward. So for the next 500 years of human existence, which historically is, I don't know, what, 10% of historical records, 20% maybe, we believe that the Earth was round. So that would have to be, to this day, a government conspiracy to keep everyone in the dark that the Earth is flat, correct?
Yes.
What is the motive?
We're an infinite speck of dust. They want us to think we're small.
Well, yes. If we went up in the 50s, when Auguste Piccard went up in the 50s and went up 50,000 feet, and he said, "Dude, we're on this fucking flat plane, and there's other shit on the other side of that ice wall that we call Antarctica," people would want to go there. So to people on a boat, who knows? I don't know. No one knows.
Great stuff.
No, you're not. You know, you're not allowed to go into Antarctica. You know, it's a UN treaty since the 50s. Nobody's allowed to go into Antarctica. There's islands where you can go, like, oh, I went to the South Pole. Yeah, you went, it's like you went to off the coast. You didn't go way into it. People go to Antarctica, oh, they saw those raptor seals or whatever the fuck they're called. They're not really going in. You know, there's a UN treaty and they have a UN brigade. They have soldiers. Nobody's allowed to go
but what
deep.
is the motive? Why would every government that's ever tried to experiment with space travel want to continue this theory?
Because this is just a theory of mine. No one even knows what's on the other side. It's not a theory of just like mine, but it's easier to control people when you convince them they're insignificant, they're a speck of dust in the universe. The Earth is round. No matter where you go, you're going to go in a circle. Why are you going? Don't go. It's going to be a circle. Why explore? They went up and they saw some shit. The people at the top know what the fuck we're on. They went up and they're like, oh no, we can't let anybody know this.
Have they seen beyond the ice, you think? Have they been beyond the ice?
Probably. And they're like, they don't need to know that. The people don't need to know that. Let's keep them on a ball. Let's keep them on a ball. What's that?
Admiral Byrd gave that interview back in like the 30s saying about how there was a landmass across the ice wall that was the size of the United States, and that he wished that he was allowed to go explore it.
Yeah, and he didn't. And who knows if he was told to say that? So that's the debate. Was he told to say that? Like, if maybe he knew the truth. But Admiral Byrd was. They had a gigantic military exploration of the Antarctic in the 50s, and that was the last one. Richard Byrd, Admiral. He was like the real life Indiana Jones. The military. It was Operation High Jump or some Operation something. They came back. They never went back.
Really hot.
They never went back. Who knows what it is? Who knows? Who
So
knows what's over there?
So I think that your motive can ring true, especially with other situations where they want to make us feel like.
Don't let them know. Don't let them. They don't need to
They
know.
want to beat us down. They want to make us feel like we're insignificant. And I do think that.
I think they went up. They went up, and they're like, we don't need to let anybody know this shit. You know, they might have looked up, and there might have been a bunch of craters. There's another Earth. There's another Earth.
Big
There's
plane
another
like
one,
this,
and
and a
we're on a
bunch of
plane with a
suns.
bunch of Earths.
So this takes hundreds, if not thousands, of people to continue this lie. All of the people that work for NASA, all the people,
All of them are Freemasons.
people in Russia, people in China, all of them. That takes them all to lie. You're talking about thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. I'm not saying you can't have it. I'm not saying
But that's the kind of shit people that don't believe in conspiracy theories say. You're saying the same thing. Like, wait a minute, 9/11 now. Oh, how can 9/11 be an inside job? You'd have to have 1,000 people in the State Department. He goes, there's no way. That's the kind of shit they say. Yeah, it's the same thing. You're saying the same thing.
But we're talking about two completely different things.
It's about control. It's
No.
about mass hypnosis.
Here's
It's the
what
same
I'm
thing.
trying to figure out, though. Because you believe in, like, space, right? I mean, you literally don't believe space exists. The stars don't exist. It's just a projection.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Here's one thing. Here's another thing here.
I like those eyebrows.
This is another crazy thing. Okay, Here's the sun, right? That's the sun.
Which one's the sun?
That's the sun.
Boy.
This is Venus, Mercury, Venus, and the Earth, right? They're like this. Let's just say they're like this, right? So it takes a year. It's on a plane now, according to this. I'm talking mainstream.
Solar system.
Yeah, mainstream info. So it takes a year for this motherfucker to go around the sun. 6 months here, and then a year, right? That's mainstream, right? That's mainstream. So here's Mercury, same thing. Boom. I don't know how long it takes, but it takes us a year. 6 months here, and then boom here. So anytime the Earth is facing the sun, it's daytime. The backside is always nighttime, right?
In some places.
If the sun's over here, daytime's over here. Nighttime it can never be.
There's some
As
places
we're
on Earth
spinning.
that you could have 30 days.
Yeah,
without
Alaska.
Okay.
Alaska. It's like a 6 day.
Okay. Let me get a little deeper.
6 hour
So
day.
you got this 6 months, a year. It takes a year to go around. So it's spinning like this, right? It's spinning on. It's on an axis and it's spinning. So anytime it's spinning like that, still it's spinning. But this is the sun's over here. There's no way it's going to be dark over here. You guys get that? That's science. That's actually science that I know. So it's spinning like this.
But the government told me it was science, so I can't believe the government.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting to. So it's
Why is
spinning.
that?
So it's spinning, right? So the inside. So as it's spinning, this is daytime. This is nighttime, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So when it's nighttime, you're looking at the outside of the universe. You're never looking at. It's nighttime here. You're not looking through the sun and on what's over there. You're not looking at what's over there. You're looking at what's over here, right? And then
But
it's
it's always
spinning.
the
We're still
same.
looking at what's over here. Over here. We're looking at over here. At night, we're looking at the stars over there. We're looking at the stars over here. We're looking at the stars over there.
And you're saying
We're
because
looking
the
at
North
stars over
Star
there.
is still there.
How
That
can we
makes-
see the North Star every goddamn night? And everything's spinning around it. Explain that. No one
Don't
can
forget,
explain
don't
it.
forget.
Neil
the
deGrasse to
sun-
Tyson
The sun's
Kennedy.
moving too. The sun's moving really fast too. It's
Like
going-
500,000 miles
it's
an hour.
going fast
Every
that way.
night should be a different set of stars. It shouldn't be, I see the Little Dipper every goddamn night. I see the Little Dipper every night. And in 6 months, we shouldn't see the Little Dipper.
It changes. The stars
moves.
change.
It
No,
moves
they
around.
do move. They do move. But the way when you look at time lapse photography, you can see it on YouTube. It's you see the North Star. The North Star is right above the North Pole, and the North Star you always see
So
it.
then what is it? It has to be a projection.
It's a bunch of lights. I don't know what it is. They're a bunch of lights.
But you agree it is a pattern that is traceable. So that means that something is creating.
You know what? My good news is that someone created all this, and we are special. We are special. We are the center of this whatever thing we are. Everything revolves around us. You look at the cosmic microwave background. You know what that is? They took one in I think 2006, and then they took one in 2013. It's a snapshot of the universe, and this is all coming from mainstream science. Mainstream science, the cosmic microwave background. You know what they found out in 2006?
Well, what took that?
Well, you know what? Who knows? This is science. This is what the science people say.
So the government.
It could all be bullshit. The science people took it in 2006, so they took a snapshot of the universe. And you know what they found out? That we are the center of the earth, and all the stars are revolving around us. So they thought it was a mistake. So that was the big thing.
But that's what they used to think too.
No. They thought it was a mistake. It's got to be a mistake. They fucked up. There's no way we could be the center. There's no way these stars are revolving around us. So in 2013, the European Space Agency took another cosmic microwave background. This mainstream astrology, mainstream astronomy. You know what they found out? The same thing. We're in the center of some shit, and all the stars are going around us.
Documents.
Look that up.
I mean, that's mainstream science saying that. Mainstream science is going, damn, we just took a snapshot of the universe, and everything's revolving around us.
The principle.
That's mainstream is saying that. Watch the documentary The Principle. It's about the Copernican principle. Mainstream, I'm not saying they're right, but they could be. I'm not saying that the cosmic microwave background is proving that we are the center of the universe. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying, it could be right, but for sure, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. For sure, all our science from space, just based on that, you guys don't even know what you're talking about. That cosmic microwave background could be total bullshit. But that's coming from you, so you guys don't know shit. You guys are all just reading books and memorizing shit. When you actually look at telescopes into stars, you see like lights, like there's not that kind of a circle. There's no circle. It's like lights, and it's like a red light. Look, you can go on YouTube and look at what these
I've
guys are
actually
looking
been
at.
very into telescopes in the past. It's actually really hard to find a star in a telescope. It's very hard because they're so far away.
I'm talking about the
Sometimes you
high
can
power
see cosmos. I've used it. I've seen cosmos before. It's incredible to see a cosmos. I've seen planets. I've seen Venus. I've seen the way, depending on where the moon is, how the crescent in those planets differentiates. So, for somebody to have all of that programmed into a projection would be something extreme.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a projection. I don't know what it is. Who knows what it is? All I'm saying is modern day astronomers and astrophysicists don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're arguing. They don't even know. They're like, how do you explain the cosmic radiation background from two different space agencies? Mainstream space agencies. They're all like, oh, I don't know what that means.
No, but that means nothing to me because space is so big. 6 years, 5 years, 100 years, 200 years in the time of space is probably like the blink of an eye.
But the results were that the lights, whatever they are, stars, whatever they are, they're revolving around us.
Moving around.
Go on YouTube. Go on the University of YouTube and look at time-lapse photography of the North Star. You look at the North Star, everything's going around that, and that's above the North Pole. The North Star's above the North Pole. That's why they call it the North Star. Everything's overall. Coincidentally, you could go on YouTube and watch time-lapse photography of the North Star and all the stars going around it, and it's above the North Pole, and it's every fucking night, and in 6 months we should be seeing a whole different. What about those stars? When we're over here and we're looking at that, what about, when are we gonna see those stars? We go over here, guess what? It's the same fucking stars from over here. Explain, that's science.
Or we didn't move and the sun moved.
I've seen the time-lapse photography you're talking about, and I don't know, I don't understand what you're saying. Because the way I see it, it makes perfect sense to me because you're stationary and the Earth is always rotating on the northern axis, which the North Star is above. So yes, of course it's going to remain in place while you're spinning around it, while every other thing is appearing to rotate. So it makes sense.
Here's the sun again. Here's the sun. Mercury goes like this. Venus goes like this. On a plane. It's just coincidentally, the solar system's on a plane. That's what's funny. And then the Earth. This is mainstream astronomy. It spins like this, and it goes around. It takes 6 months to go over here. You can watch this shit on Nova. I've watched a million of them. And then the outside is night. So we're looking. It's spinning. We're looking at over that, and when we're over here, we're looking at that side of the universe. And then over here, it's like a 360 universe. It's not like one-sided. And over here, we're looking at that side of the universe, and it's spinning. Boom. But every night, it's the same shit.
No, it's not.
It's not the same shit. The North Star is the same.
Because we're rotating on the axis. That's why that's always the same. But everything else always changes depending on where you're around the sun.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is 1,000 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
How fast are we going around the sun?
Like 50,000 miles.
How fast is this moving?
Like
It's also moving this way.
500,000.
We're all moving. We're all moving with
This is
it.
the fastest moving piece, right?
Well, we're all
500,000.
moving with it.
Yes.
In theory, we're moving with the sun as it's
So, but
rotating, and
if
we're
you
rotating.
time-lapse
But all the
photography,
stars, they
the
move
only
with us.
thing you see
Maybe
is
they
this
are.
rotation. You only see this rotation. All you see is the Earth spin. You don't see this rotation or the movement of the sun. You just see a simple 360. It's like the Earth isn't moving. It's like the Earth isn't moving. Everything else is moving around it.
That's the
So
science.
then that, if what you just said was true, that would explain what he just said. That would mean you would see the same thing every night, but you don't.
Kind of. You see the
see the
No,
North
you
Star.
don't. No, you
Same
don't.
spot.
There's certain times of the year where you can see Jupiter.
Well-
There's certain times of the year you can't. There's certain
Those
times
are
of the year
those are
Jupiter.
wandering
That's
stars.
Jupiter.
You're talking about
That's
planets.
Jupiter.
Planets are wandering stars. They're not in the constellation.
Okay, but the stars
Wait.
are so far away, and they are.
If you go to your gym, you have to believe in flat Earth.
Hey, listen. Believe what you
You
want.
guys
I don't
do.
care. You want to be the defense attorney? You could be the defense attorney. You're sounding like a defense attorney right now.
Hey, a lot of people say I need to
It's
be
a
a
glove.
lawyer.
All that science. Is
If
coming
the
from
star
the
doesn't
government.
fit, you must
think
quit.
about that.
Hey, but you know what though?
You should
For
wanna
real,
question it. You should
for real
wanna
though,
question
at least people have conversations.
Yeah,
you know?
that's all that we're
you,
doing.
If
That's
you
all
try
we're
to have a
doing.
conversation, that's why I was saying it was
That's all
so
we're
so good to talk to you because we disagree. But that was a conversation that people can be like, oh wow, both of them are talking, both of them are clearly well researched. So So for all the people out there that see me just destroy the
Oh, we're still
social
on
justice
video?
Oh, we're
warriors,
still going.
this guy's good right here. Hey, that's good
Hey, I just don't trust shit
Dude,
that I can't see for myself.
Right.
You know, it's all it should be open for investigation. It's a smart thing to
It's a smart
reopen
thing
a
to question
case,
things, sure,
reopen a
sure.
case and reinvestigate something that you can't see for yourself. I'm not investigating if Apache helicopters are real. We know they're real. Oh
the best
my
one.
God! There's a YouTube video, University of YouTube. There's a YouTube video of the head of NASA, like in Congress, trying to get like a bill passed to get more money, and he's like begging for his funding, and the guy's all, okay, where you guys going on fucking the moon or Mars? Moon or Mars? And he's like, oh, well, first we got to get the space station together. Wait a minute. And the guy, like, one guy knows this is bullshit. This is how they're scamming our tax money. You can't steal a corporation's money because they'll kill you. But you can take tax money and no one
From the masses.
Yeah, it's all there's trillions and trillions of tax money. Everyone is like, how do we come up with a bill to take
All right,
that shit?
we're gonna end this. Any last
I'm
words?
so. Hey, listen.
You're gonna be on the
Believe
show
whatever the
tomorrow.
fuck you want. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm just trying to investigate. If I'm an idiot for that, I apologize. I am an idiot.
Dude.
Get on my Instagram. Look at that shit. I'm a fucking idiot.
What's your
Don't
Instagram?
believe anything
Tell
I'm
people where
saying.
your Instagram is.
At Eddie Bravo 10. I'm ridiculous. I'm an idiot. I'm annoying. I apologize for ruining the Alex Jones Joe Rogan podcast. I do
Ruined it,
apologize.
Eddie. You hated it.
I apologize.
In addition to being the most viewed, it was the most interrupted podcast of all time.
I apologize.
Thanks, Eddie Bravo.
I apologize.
Intergalactic messages.
All right, we're gonna shut this down. Yep.
Buzz Aldrin.
You're a big fan.
Buzz
You're a big
Aldrin.
fan. You kept saying, go to his Instagram. Go to his Instagram.
Yeah, Buzz Aldrin. Yeah.
All right, it's Rob Do with Infowars.com. Eddie Bravo will be on tomorrow on the Alex Jones Show, at least for 1 hour. He'll probably stretch it into 2.
Man.
I might have to change my flight.
And he might have to. You're gonna have to watch. You're gonna have to watch the language tomorrow because we are on radio tomorrow.
No booze. No booze.
No, yeah, no. But and tomorrow it is a family show.
Yes. No
As he
booze.
says.
No booze.
All right, Rob Do signing off at Infowars.com. Watch the free stream tomorrow at Infowars.com/shows. Please spread this video far and wide. Thanks for watching.